Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the final day of week 3 here in the Spike Magazine Trophy in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League. We've got a double header tonight. We're going to get the night started off with a Reptile Dysfunkshun versus Genus Chaos, Nick Satan versus War Horseman, Lizardman versus Chaos. Let's take a look at the standings before we get into the first game of this double header tonight. After their win last night, Take the Wood, Take the Bad advances into first place in the league at a record of 2-1-0. They will not be able to keep that top spot after tonight's 2 games. First up will be a Reptile Dysfunkshun versus Genus Chaos. You can see them there. Both teams are looking for a win tonight. This is the midpoint of Swiss. Each team needs a win if they stand a chance to make it to the top 4 cut at the end of Swiss. After tonight's game will be the top table game. That will be Tracksuit Mafia versus Pity the Ghoul. And that's bound to be a really good game. That'll be a live stream, or a live match rather. That will be, we'll watch that in real time. This first match is a replay match. It was actually played last night. I don't know the results. You and I are going to watch it together. It's bound to be fun. It'll be relatively short. Once that game is over, we will stop the stream for just a few minutes. We'll reset the graphics, we'll start it back up with a timer, and then that second game tonight will get started at 10 o'clock Eastern, which is a little more than an hour from now. First up, let's take a look at Nick Satan's roster. Nick Satan is the current league champion, needs to get that crucial win tonight. A Reptile Dysfunkshun coming in with, what is that, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players on the roster. They'll be down a man. They got to pick up a journeyman for 80k. That'll bring their TV up to 1390. You can see Pickles the Crocs. Level 2, picked up the block skill. What, can we talk? Can we talk, please? Can we talk about these Sarses? Look at these 3 Sarses. Look at all these Sarses. 2 Sarses with a strength of 5. One of them has guard. Krieger? He picked up an extra MA. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Somebody talk to the commissioners. This should be illegal. Delton, the level 3 SARS, picked up Mighty Blow and Block 2 just so he could punch your face off. 3 skinks. One of them's injured. 2 of them are sneaky gets. That means he will foul all night long for as many turns as possible. 16 turns of fouls is what I'm expecting. 1 cheerleader, 2 team rerolls, 1 apothecary, 6 fan factor. The fans love a Reptile Dysfunkshun. 1 coach assistant. He will be up against War Horseman's Genus Chaos tonight. Genus Chaos coming in with a roster of 6, 7, 8, 9. He'll be down 2 players. He's going to pick up 2 journeymen for a total of 120k. That'll bring him up to a dead even 1,000 TV. Not a whole lot of SPP on this roster. Nobody's leveled up. He has a standard roster for a Chaos team. He does have the Minotaur, the big guy Disorder. This is a key player on this roster. He's a wild animal, but he does have Blitz, and Blitz. He has Mighty Blow, he has Frenzy, he has Horns. He will almost certainly be the blitzer. He can push people out of Minotaurs are so friendly. No, they're not. He can push players out of position. He can get key blocks to try to take players out, try to get a player advantage. He does have a lot of horns on the team. He is Chaos after all. All those beastmen pick up horns. That means if he doesn't want to use the Minotaur to be the blitzer, he can pick any one of those beastmen to be the blitzer and take advantage of horns. That's just fine. But at this point in the competition, he's really on the back foot with not having these skills to level up some of these players. He's also down 2 players, so he'll have to deal with 2 journeymen. But to his advantage, he's getting a whole lot of money in the inducement phase. He could pick up star players, he could pick up a wizard, he could pick up really anything he wants. He's got 2 TRRs, 1 fan factor. He could pick up extra team training to pick up that crucial 3rd TRR. What's going to happen tonight? I think a Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to play Lizard Ball, and he is going to try to take advantage of this broken team, Genus Chaos. They're down 2 players. They don't have a lot of SPP. I think Nick Satan is just going to hammer on this team to try to break them down even further. He's going to take advantage of those 2 journeymen and probably let War Horseman with only 2 TRRs, probably leave those journeymen alone and let War Horseman make mistakes with those journeymen. If he can force War Horseman to use those journeymen to have to take blocks out of order, then he can force a turnover very early because, of course, Journeymen all have the loner skill. I think that's really what Nick Satan's going to do tonight. Just standard lizard ball, just try to smash this team. War Horseman, on the other hand, really needs to consider his inducements. He can win tonight. 2 Journeymen is not a deal breaker. Not having the SPP is tough at this point in the competition, especially at this point in the season. But with those inducements, he can get a very strong advantage against a Reptile Dysfunkshun. There are a number of star players that he can pick up for Chaos. He could pick up a Wizard. A Wizard could be huge for Chaos. If you can get the Skinks group together in a cage, Fireball the Skinks. I mean, there's all sorts of options. He can pick up an extra TRR. He could pick up a number of team rerolls if he just wants to go ham on blocks all day. He's got lots of options. And I think he wins or loses this game based on what he picks up in the inducement phase. Man, I really wish we could see the inducement phase because I really want to see what he picks up. But really, on paper, I'm going to have to give it to a Reptile Dysfunkshun. It's going to be really tough when your team gets broken, for any team, not just for this Chaos team. But it can be difficult to come out of a death spiral once you get into it, and you've really got to pinpoint a strategy to get out of that spiral. Again, I think for War Horseman, that's going after those inducements. But otherwise, I think a Reptile Dysfunkshun, whenever your opponent has an advantage, even if that advantage is your opponent's strategy is obvious and simple and yours is not, that's still an advantage. And so I'm going to have to give it to Reptile Dysfunkshun tonight. But man, I sure hope Genus Chaos wins. Either way, each team needs a win tonight if they have any hope of advancing to the semifinals of the Spike Magazine Trophy. Nick Satan already qualified a Reptile Dysfunkshun in the lower bracket of the Blood Bowl in the Chaos Cup, but he's looking to get into the upper bracket by winning one of these open tournaments. Maybe the Spike Magazine Trophy will be it. All right, let's get this game underway. Again, it's a replay game, so it's already been played. It was played last night. I'm gonna try to start this without spoiling the game for myself. Let's see. And certainly not spoiling it for you. Cliffy says, no upper bracket for Nick, please. All right, I think we're about ready to get this game underway. Praise Nuffle, great god of dice. Yes, indeed. Praise Nuffle. And here we are at the WebMD Arena. Home team, Reptile Dysfunkshun. You can see those menacing Sarses. He's got 6 naturally. 4 skinks, or I'm sorry, 5 skink. No, 4 skinks and a journeyman. Genus Chaos had to pick up 2 journeymen, unless he didn't, but I don't think he had any money to spend. Hank the Ranger, I'm not even in the league right now, yet I still declare shenanigans on Nick's team. Welcome to the stream, Hank the Ranger. Oh, wow, look at that. I don't even know who that is, but he is terrified looking. So Genus Chaos did pick up a star player. And they are, Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to set up on defense. All right. Who did he pick up? Who is this guy? Oh, he's a dirty player. Adds 1 to any art. Well, here, I'll pause it. Oh, I can't show it when it's paused. So, what is this? Well, basically, he's going to add 1 to an armor and injury roll whenever he makes a foul. Lord Borak the Despoiler. He's got Mighty Blow and block as well. Of course, he's a loner. Got a massive strength of 5. He's not terribly fast, though. He has an MA of 5. That's probably because he can't see, because his face is made of pure evil. 5-man defensive line for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Here's the kick. Neither team with a kicker. And the Wither, of course, changes to exactly where it is. Decent kick here for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Turn 1 now to Genus Chaos. They're going in to mark the Crocs on the right side of this line. Interesting choice for the Crocs. Nick Satan maybe trying to hope to leave him upright. Lord Borak is going to get a good block on the Crocs. Going after the Crocs, if you can take him off the pitch, that's great, but it can be tough with that AV of 9. Failed the wild animal roll. He wasn't taking a block with the Minotaur, and therefore the Minotaur had to pass a +4 in order to move it all. Going back to pick up the ball early. Oh, wow. Doesn't spend the TRR. It's going to get half a turn out of this. Didn't take the blocks over here first. This was a risky play to pick up the ball. You generally want to do that last. Turn 1 back to a Reptile Dysfunkshun now. They're going to get a bunch of blocks at the line here. 2-die block with Delton thanks to the guard skill on David Attenborough. Good stun. Two good stuns on the left side of the line. Wow, now a blitz. It's going to knock down Bedlam. And moves the Lizard, the Saurus, right back across the line of scrimmage. 2-die block on the line here to clear out all but one Beastman on the line. Taking advantage of strength 4 of the Saurus. Sauruses? Sarai? Is that what it is? Sarai? Moves the skink down pitch, a journeyman skink down pitch, the journeyman skink down pitch, to try to apply some pressure to the ball. And now here comes a foul. Yes, with the sneaky get. Sneaky get means if he fails on the foul like he did there, then he doesn't get called off, even if he rolled doubles. Which I would show you if it wouldn't immediately make the modal window go away. Turn 2 back to Genus Chaos. Blitz right off the bat. 2-die blitz on the Journeyman Skink. It's going to get a dodge push. Move to Beastman back toward the ball. Needs to reposition his players. Took the block with Lord Borak, the Despoiler. KO'd Steve Irwin the third. One-man player advantage for Genus Chaos. Let's go. Let's go. Failed to pick up again. Oh, he's going to spend the TRR this time. A little bit of a better action order here. He took some blocks. He still had 2 players marked, but he might want to leave them that way. It's going to try to protect this ball carrier somewhat. Good dodge with the second Journeyman Beastman. Doesn't try to move the Minotaur at all. Turn 2 back to Reptile Dysfunkshun. The Ranger says, "Ref, get that dirty skink out of here." 2-die block. Oh, against the star player. The Crocs trying to take him out. Doesn't break the armor. Lord Borak with that marvelous AV9 armor. Pure adamantium. Good block on the Chaos Warrior. Genus Chaos has to be careful of giving up these Chaos Warriors. Doesn't want to lose them. They're a key part of his team. They are strength 4. Here comes the foul. Foul on Disarray. That Chaos Warrior we just saw knocked down. Doesn't break armor. Blitz has been spent. I don't think there are any more blocks to take. Good dodge by the stunty Skinks. Skinks are stunty. That means they ignore tackle zones when they dodge, and they have the dodge skill, which means they get a free reroll. Genus Chaos needs to think about moving the ball first to try to secure it before he starts taking blocks. He's going to stand at some players first. That's fair enough. Now he's going to move the ball forward. Moves it to his own 6-yard line. It's going to set up not quite a cage. Yeah, that's cagey enough. That's a cage. Not so trusty patches. Welcome to the stream. Here comes the blitz with the Minotaur. This is how you should be using the Minotaur. Well done. Gets the block on Krista. Try to take her off the pitch. SP Beaver says, I forgot how much quicker the replays go. Yeah, they go pretty fast. Turn 3 for Reptile Dysfunkshun now. 2-die block coming back on that Minotaur. Oh boy. Is he going to try to foul the Minotaur? He might if he can get the appropriate number of assists he'll need. 2-die block on Havoc. Block. Yeah, here's the foul. He is going to take it on the Minotaur. He has 2 assists. Maybe 3? Can't really tell. Didn't break armor. But you can see there it was a 7+ to break armor. That's effectively an AV of 6. Not so trusty. Patches says, all Minos must die. Clyphia says, so many blocks with those super Sarses. They are pretty super. 2-die block with David Attenborough. He's got that strength of 5. There are 2 Sarses with a strength of 5. Turn 4 back to Genus Chaos. Genus Chaos needs to start trying to get through this defensive line. He needs to choose his blocks carefully. He can't just move in and take every block. He's going to try to block the Skink in the right wide zone. 3-die block gets the pal. This is against Samuel L. Skinkson Esquire. Good knockdown, but this does not open a lane. So he elects not to shift laterally back to the left wide zone. He's going to commit to this right wide zone. This is going to allow Nick Satan to collapse his defense and try to start busting this cage. Marks Kai of Hwaddle. What a name. Try to dodge out a Chaos Warrior. That was a 50-50 dodge. It's not going to work. Turn 4. Final turn of the first quarter for Reptile Dysfunkshun. 2-die block on the Minotaur. Gets a pow. Oh my goodness! Wow, there is no Apothecary. And there it is. That's the worry with throwing the Minotaur out there. Dead Minotaur. That's 2 dead Minotaurs so far this season. This competition, maybe? 2-die block. It's all tied up on the pitch. Here comes the blitz. 2-die blitz gets a push on the number 2 Chaos Warrior. Yeah, you can see he's trying to cage bust here. He can afford to do this because Genus Chaos does not have any movement to the right anymore. His only options are move left or move forward, and therefore there's less area to defend. Hank the Ranger says Minotaurs are effectively banned in this league. If not explicitly, the dice will disallow their existence. 2-die block on the star player. Doesn't break armor. Blitz has been spent. He's going to reshuffle these Skinks. He's going to take a foul on someone. He has to. You've got to foul somebody. Who do you foul? Good stunty dodge by the Journeyman Skink. No, he's going to play some defense instead. I am disappointed. Second quarter begins. Genus Chaos. 1 team reroll remaining. They're going to stand up their down players. They got to think about resetting here. You can see how the defense has collapsed around them. They don't have a lot of options. 2-die blitz on the left side of the line. He's going to get a POW against number 12. Clyphie says, man, my Chaos Dwarves just got in on like the last game of the first competition. Looks like he's going to try to shift to the left here. I don't know if he's going to be able to get enough players over, but we'll see. Chaos Warriors are not super fast. They only have an MA of 5. Failed the dodge with the ball carrier. He's going to have to spend the TRR here. Is this a double dodge? Looked like it would have been a double dodge here. Failed dodge. The ball's going to scatter on the ground. Turn 5 back to Reptile Dysfunkshun. They have an opportunity to pick up this ball and just dart down the pitch. First, going to take some blocks. It's a push on the first block. 2-die block, this time on Bedlam. Good knockdown. Pushes him toward the sideline. Another 2-die block. Double pals. Prickgores? Prickgores is stunt. Rox is going to move to mark the ball. Here comes a foul on, I guess, Prickgores. Oh, took the foul on Mayhem instead. Only got a stun out of it, and then got called off the pitch. I think Nick Satan's okay with this. He still has one more sneaky get. Oh, Genus Chaos starts to turn off with dodging and doesn't spend the TRR, so that'll just be a wasted turn. Turn 6 back to Reptile Dysfunkshun. Oh, he doesn't have any TRRs left. Oh boy. Failed pickup. Ball scattered into the hands of the Crocs. That'll be a wasted turn for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Turn 7 back to Genus Chaos. 2 turns left to try to stop the score here. It's going to get a tackle zone on Kai of Huaddle. That is the Journeyman Skink. Two marks on the ball right now. It's going to stand up. Oh boy, these players are going to get murdered. 3 marks on the ball. Like I said, did he try to pass to the Crocs? No, he failed to pick up the ball scattered in the Crocs' hands. 2-die block. It's a push on number 4, David Attenborough. Genus Chaos just looking to put on some hurt here. Picked up the ball with the star player. Lord Borak's going to try to throw the ball, and it is intercepted. Wow. What? Went in, got the ball pickup with the star player, and then tried to pass it long pass. Got intercepted by the Saurus. Holy moly! 1-die block back at the line is going to be a push. 2 turns to score with Delton. He can easily do it. He's going to trundle down pitch. We'll see if he can stay standing. 2-die block. Gonna get a push here. It's gonna free up one Saurus. Oh, Mayhem is injured as well. See if it's, nope, just badly hurt, so he's okay. 3-die block, has to spend the TRR, gets the POW. Both teams have spent all of their team rerolls. Hank the Ranger says, wow, what a series of improbable plays. Yes, indeed. He's gonna blitz one of these offending Beastmen and get a tackle zone in front of the ball carrier. Gets a POW, well done. He's gonna follow up. Now the Crocs will take a 2-die block. Get a knockdown on Lord Borak? Lord Borak the Despoiler. Skink comes over to try to assist the ball carrier. Good dodge by the Journeyman Skink as well. He's going to exert some tackle zones to protect this ball carrier. SB Beaver says Genus is going to have about 7 players for his next game. Yeah, you might be right. at this clip. Turn 8 for Genus Chaos. 2-die block is going to get a push on the downfield Saurus. Why not? This will give him another block on the Saurus as well. He's going to get another assist. If he moved the Chaos Warrior over here, he could have tried to get a 3rd block if he needed it. Failed the dodge with the Beastman. That'll be it. Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to score here on turn 8. They will take the lead 1-0. And a Reptile Dysfunkshun will start the second half on offense. Well done to Nick Satan. Nick Satan, current league champion, needs a win if he has any hope of making the top 4 cut in the Spike Magazine trophy after Swiss. Just a reminder, after this replay match, there will be the final game of week 3. It'll be a live match. It's the top table game, Tracksuit Mafia versus Pity the Ghoul. Merrick versus Dead Fred. Not so trusty Patches as a comedic half. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to watch. SB Beaver says, a Minotaur dying is not comedic. It's the most tragic thing that could happen. That's pretty funny. Genus Chaos is setting up on defense now. Currently has a 7-man line. Wow. What an aggressive line. Reptile Dysfunkshun now. It's going to set up on offense. Clive says it's against the Necro team. Is it really a live match? You know what? Fair point. Here's the kick. Oh, we finally have some different weather. Pouring rain. This isn't going to matter too much in this game. Neither team has a passing game. Pickups are still a -1. Interceptions are a -1. But otherwise, not going to play too much of a role. So Trusty Patches says a miner dying is almost as funny as a dead skink or a war dancer. War dancers dying is always a tragedy. Bedlam is KO'd. I don't even know what's happening on the pitch right now. Let's see. What do we have? We have 6, 7, 8, 9 v 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 1-man player advantage for Genus Chaos at the moment. 2-die block over the right side of the line. This is in the right wide zone, gets a push. Look at all that strength. That is disgusting. Crocs fails the boneheaded roll. He will not exert tackle zones until he passes a boneheaded roll in the future. 2-die block on the Beastman, marking the Crocs, gets a pow. And then Nick Satan's going to use the remaining movement of that blitzer to mark the number 3 Chaos Warrior disorganization and confusion over at center pitch. Clivey says, yeah, players getting strength increases are hilarious. Ha 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 ha. All right, to end this first turn of the half, Reptile Dysfunkshun gonna try to pick up this ball. I guess I spoke too soon. For the Skinks, it will be a 50-50 on the pickup, so it'll play a role a little bit. This Chaos with I mean, I think sort of serendipitously, they have 3 players on the line now that are marked. That's going to free up everybody else to move. He's going in really aggressive here on the left side. He has to be careful that he doesn't get left behind. If he's going to get aggressive on this ball, he has to make sure he doesn't get left behind the ball, or he will effectively be out those players as the drive continues. 3 players now down that left wide zone. 2-die blitz at the line, gets a push on Pancakes, the number 8 Saurus. He'll be able to take another block here. 2-die block, another push. This frees up number 3, Disorganization. Whoa! Dodged Disorganization down pitch. What? 2-die block. That's a 3+ dodge. Worked out. He's gonna get blitzed. Oh, is he not? No. No, he's not. The Beastman's gonna get blitzed. The Beastman with that AV of 8 instead of the AV of 9. Good call by Nick Satan here, trying to take players off the pitch. Didn't work out. Definitely not going to pick up the ball with the Journeyman. Ow, failed the boneheaded roll back to back. Genus Chaos really needs to capitalize on this. He is not marked by this Crocs while the Crocs fails the boneheaded roll. He just needs to get rid of that that Saurus here, and that frees up Prick Gores. 2-die block the line, works out due to the block skill. Both down result, block skill negates it for the player that has the block skill. Another pickup attempt coming up for Samuel L. Skinkson. This time it worked out. He's going to move back a few spaces, just wants to stay out of the way of this Chaos contingent. And they are just charging down pitch. SB Beaver says going for the safety. If only you could score a safety in Blood Bowl. I think that would be great. What would be worth? Like half a point, maybe? A quarter of a point? I think it should be worth 2 points. Gets the mark on Samuel L. Skinkson. Can you believe it? 2-die block over in the left wide zone. KO's Krieger. Wow. I think that's a 2-man player advantage now for Genus Chaos. They block at the line. Okay, with the number 7 Beastman, fair enough. He can take it because he's not marked. Looked like he followed up. Everybody going in here. If a Reptile Dysfunkshun can get past him, Genus Chaos is going to have a hard time catching up. And there you can see Samuel Skinkson dodges to the right. Absolutely not going to try to pass this ball, especially not to a Saurus with an AG of 1. And certainly not in the rain to anyone. 2-die block gets a push on Tumult. That's the number 11 Beastman back at center pitch. Ball currently on Reptile Dysfunkshun's own 14-yard line. Oh, the failed skink dodge, bound to happen. You hate to see it. Turn 11 for Genus Chaos. They're going to try to get in front of this cage. Oh, I don't think marking the skinks here is the right call. These marks means you're just going to eat a 2-die block coming back. You're giving up these blocks, and you really don't want to. You want to force your opponent in this situation to take the blitz, and then he can't block anyone else. And Clivey says, we hate to see it. Do we hate to see it? All right, he's going to try to apply some pressure here. It's a both down result. Has to spend the TRR. This will work out against David Attenborough. Follows up, marks the ball carrier. He's putting his fate in the hands of Nuffle. He's moving back one Beastman to play safety. Very real threat of Samuel L. Skinkson versus Disarray coming up in a couple of turns. There's that 2-die block we talked about. Good stun for a Reptile Dysfunction. 2-die block gets a push here on Confusion. Clive says putting your fate in the hands of Nuffle is always the right call. Prick Gores is KO'd by the Crocs. One-man player advantage for Genus Chaos now. Saurus marks Lord Borak, then a spoiler. Had to spend a TRR here after rolling both, or double, both down results. Gets a push. Yes, indeed. There's Samuel L. Skinkson running down the pitch. GFIs once. Yes, he's going to mark Havoc here. He says if you want to go, you either need to blitz and not blitz the ball carrier, or you need to dodge. There's the dodge. 2-die blitz coming up on the ball carrier. Gets the POW. Well done. You can see where that ball's going. Wow. Wow. Turn 12. Good dodge. 3+ dodge. 2-die block. Gets the POW. Pushes him toward the sideline. That's a chance of the ball scattering out of bounds. And there it goes. Where's it going back in? Oh, not in the right direction. Not in the right direction. If he pushed him here, the ball would not have scattered out of bounds. 2-die block gets the skull. He's just gonna eat it. Tumult taking off the pitch now. SPB versus somehow not in the hands of an elf thrower. Turn 13 for Reptile Dysfunction. They're gonna move the Crocs over to the ball. Easy dodge for Friltz. Oh, looks like he's going to try to take the block instead. Blitz with the Saurus. Gets the knockdown on Lord Borak. This is the first turn of the final quarter. Not even going after the ball. He's going to take some blocks first. I think that is prudent. He has one team reroll left. Lots of blocks to take. 2-die block. Has to spend the TRR here. Oh, got the skulls. Got the skulls, but that ball is safe and secure. I mean, maybe not with the way that Genus Chaos has been dodging. Maybe he's got shoes of happiness, shoes of dodging. Moves a Beastman, moves Havoc, the number 9 Beastman, back into the safety position. 1-die block on Pancakes, gets a push. Takes another 1-die block. It's going to be both down result. Spends the final TRR. Gets a skull. That'll be the end of turn 13. Turn 14. 3 turns left in this game. Reptile Dysfunction in great shape here. Probably going to blitz Havoc. Doesn't have a TRR left. Can he blitz Havoc? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, it's a GFI to blitz. It's a GFI to blitz. Ugh. Just gonna mark instead. Can't pick up the ball. This is going to be a problem now. It's a 50-50 to pick up. He has to end the next turn in scoring position. He doesn't have a team reroll to make that pickup safe. 2-die block. He doesn't have sure hands either. Or not sure hands. Is it sure hands? SP Viewer says he has skinks. He's always in scoring position. Tried to dodge out the safety. Havoc gets KO'd. That safety's going to be taken off the pitch. And now, Reptile Dysfunkshun needs to pick up this ball. Not so trusty Patches says, Lord Boggerel, the disreputable. Good block by the big guy. And there's the pickup. Doesn't need to spend any GFIs. Not any chance that anybody's going to get after this skink. Do you even take the 2-die block on Lord Borak? I think you just leave it the way it is. Oh, that would have been a 1-die block anyway. Yeah, you just leave that the way it is. He's going to take the blocks that he was given way back in the backfield here. One more block to take. 2-die block. It's a POW on Disorganization. Turn 15 to Genus Chaos. What do you do? What do you do? Just take some blocks? You save your team? What do you do? Tried to go after the ball. He would have had to do 2 dodges in the direction he was going. Failed the first dodge. And there's the score. 2-0. A Reptile Dysfunkshun increases their lead. They're going to win this ball game. We'll see if Genus Chaos gets a riot. Maybe they can pull out 1 TD, get some SPP here. Nick Satan getting no players back on the pitch. Genus Chaos getting back all 4 of theirs. Man, if they can get a riot, it'd be nice. We'll see if it happens. Genus Chaos is going to be on offense. Nick Satan going with the same defense. Strange defense. Really aggressive. Genus Chaos putting so many players on the line. I don't think he needs to do that. Here's the kick. It is not a riot. Genus Chaos will not be able to score. Final score of this game is going to be 2-0. Nick Satan is going to take this one and get his first win of the competition. He's going to stay alive here in the Spike Magazine Trophy. Clay the Rage says, GG foul? I mean, you got a GG foul, right? It's required. He's gonna move a Beastman down pitch. Don't throw to that Beastman. Don't throw to that Beastman. Throw to someone close. Oh, okay. Failed pass, and that'll be it for the game. 2-0, the final. Let's take a look at the SPP for the game. Just 5. The MVP for Genus Chaos. It's not a dead guy, is it? Okay. Just 5 for Genus Chaos. A whole lot more than 5. 17 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Not so trusty Patches. Lord Bingo the dishwasher. And unfortunately for Reptile Dysfunkshun, Kai of Waddle is the MVP. He was the journeyman. He's gonna have to pick him up. He's gonna hire that skink. He needs a skink anyway, so it's just fine. 2-1 will be the final of this game. We'll take a look at the schedule before we leave. Not that we need to. Final game of the week is coming up in just a few minutes. That will be the top table game this week. It's Pity the Ghoul at Tracksuit Mafia. Pity the Ghoul, coached by Dead Fred. That's a Necro team. Tracksuit Mafia Chaos, coached by the last year's Chaos Cup champion, Merrick. He is currently undefeated with a record of 2-0-0 in the Spike Magazine Trophy. That will be coming up in about 29 minutes. That will be a live match. That will not be a replay. So we'll watch this played out live. We're going to shut down the stream for just a few minutes. We're going to swap out the graphics. We'll start it back up with the relevant countdown, and then we will get this final game of this doubleheader underway. Stick around, folks. It's going to be a good one. It's the top table game of the week. We'll see you back here in just a few minutes.